Time now for the morning rush. A man accused of murdering an Albuquerque woman is set to go before a judge this morning to see if he will remain behind bars until his trial.
But before that happens, the victim's family is now speaking out, saying they want more to be done on this case. APD says searching the man's home would be a tough sell. That
incident happened outside, and an individual was seen walking away. So there's no probable cause that a judge would sign off on to go inside the residence.
Here are the details for you. Philip Cedillo is accused of murdering Anna Marie Charette while she was sitting at a park with another man. APD says since the crime happened outside the home, it would be a tough sell for a judge to sign off on a search warrant. We'll stay on top of the story for you as it does develop.
Storm chances continuing to favor the eastern side of the state. These will be along and east of those central mountains. Problem is some of those could be on the strong to severe side over the northeastern plains. Albuquerque and those to the west, don't worry about it. Our storm chances pretty low, so we're going to keep tabs on that for you. David?
Santa Fe Police Department is a month away from renegotiating their pay. The union says more money is needed if they want to keep officers on board. Now, officials say the department is losing officers to higher paying agencies. They say it takes several years for a Santa Fe officer to make the same amount as other officers and deputies across the state. Now, in order to become fully staffed, the department will need to hire and retain roughly 60 officers. Santa Fe Police will negotiate retention packages with raises with the city, and that's happening this August.
Albuquerque police still trying to identify suspects connected to a shooting at a West Side home that left 2 men dead. It happened just after midnight on Parkwood Drive. That's in a neighborhood east of I-40 in Unser. Police say 2 men were taken to local hospitals, both later dying from gunshot wounds. Their names have not been released yet. Police have not explained exactly how they may have known each other. Police say OMI will determine the manner of death for both men. If you know anything about this case, you have to call authorities.
We are hoping to learn new information this morning about the officer-involved shooting that occurred on June 20th in Quay County. A Quay County deputy shot and killed a suspect they say was holding a man hostage. Now, state police say Tucumcari police found 55-year-old Robert Roybal holding a knife to another man's neck. The victim did survive. Sheriff Manuel Gonzalez III is expected to address the public regarding this update.
A wanted man remains behind bars this morning after a SWAT standoff. Law enforcement responded to reports of a violent subject. When they arrived on scene, they deployed at least 2 flashbangs to get the unidentified person out. That person finally taken into custody just after 4 o'clock. We reached out to the sheriff's office to find out more information on this case. We're still waiting for them to call us back.
New Mexico Attorney General Hector Valderas is getting ready to head to the U.S.-Mexico border. Valderas is scheduled to meet with Sunland Park Police and other southern law enforcement to discuss joint efforts fighting what they're calling real crimes at the border. Valderas will tour parts of the border. There's no word on whether or not immigration will be a topic of conversation.
On to new details now. Republican Senator Susan Collins says she would vote no for a Supreme Court nominee who would consider overturning Roe v. Wade. President Trump says he'll nominate someone for the nation's highest court next week. The president's choice needs the backing of nearly all Senate Republicans.
Parts of the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School Public Safety Act already went into effect when Florida Governor Rick Scott signed the bill in March. But some components have later deadlines. The governor called for every superintendent to designate a school safety specialist and that the school board should figure out how many of its personnel will need training for the controversial Guardian program. Now, this could arm some teachers by July 1st. The voluntary Guardian program needs the agreement of both the local school district and local sheriff's department.
Okay, listen to this. A new type of class at CNM is putting more students behind the wheel of big rigs a lot faster. Truck driving is one of the fastest growing industries nationally, creating a shortage of drivers. CNM is now offering a class to help fill that workforce. A program cut down to just 5 weeks. The hands-on class teaches students everything from truck maintenance to actually getting behind the wheel of a big rig and driving. There's still room in that class for you to register today. For more information, go to alwayson.krqe.com.
Well, across the nation, the first major heat wave of the summer has hit the Northeast, and it's not showing any signs of going away. Temperatures are expected to stay above 90 degrees for parts of New England for the next few days. Meanwhile, Texas, New Mexico, and Arizona can expect to see temperatures hit triple digits this week. Kristen?
Today's Metro Threat Index added 2. Now, we're still going to be talking hot temperatures. No triple digits just yet, though. Albuquerque, highs in the mid-90s. We've got sunshine on top and winds less than 15 miles per hour. Crystal?
New details now. Officials say a person is to blame for starting the Sardinas Canyon fire right outside of Taos. No word as to who that person is or how they played a role in sparking the blaze that's now 2,100 acres in size. The human-caused wildfire growing rapidly in just the past few days, still 0% contained today.
And 200 more firefighters have been sent to the front lines of the massive 416 fire. The weather conditions do seem to be improving, though, lowering the red flag warning to a fire weather watch as a cold front moved into the area last night. The fire is now estimated at more than 49,000 acres in size and is still only 37% contained. Now, those containment efforts are costing more than $26 million.
On to news happening today. Rude Boy Cookies will kick off its third annual Cookies for a Cause fundraising event. It's for Special Olympics of New Mexico. It's a month-long event hosted at the popular cookie shop. $1 from every cookie sold will go towards the Special Olympics. Officials say the money raised will help over 3,000 athletes across the state compete this year.
Well, are you heading to Balloon Fiesta Park for the Freedom Fort celebration? Well, you can now catch a lift on ABQ Ride. There will be 2 park and ride locations. Those coming from the west side can catch the shuttle service at Cottonwood Mall, while the east side location is at Coronado Center. Now, the service will start at 3, end at 8 p.m. and it will only cost $1 if you're an adult, 35 cents for those 62 years and older, or the disabled, and children under the age of 9 will ride free. Kristen?
Time now for a check on your Monday morning commute. As we take a look at the map, no major problems on any of our major interstates or surface streets. We've also got eyes on the Big I this morning. Things seem to be moving smoothly, but of course we'll provide updates throughout the morning.
LeBron James going to be a Los Angeles Laker. A shocking decision sending waves through the sports world. The contract is a staggering 4-year, $154 million deal. James reportedly declined his $35.6 million player option with the Cavaliers, thus becoming a free agent. This marks the second time LeBron is leaving Cleveland. I wonder how Cleveland fans are feeling this morning.
Let's now take a look at those 5 facts.
At number 5 this morning, an Albuquerque donut shop wants to give a little back to the community. Rebel Donuts says it's looking for a nonprofit charity to take some of its leftovers. The business already gives to other nonprofits, but is hoping to reach at least one more. The charity must be willing to pick up the donuts a couple of days a week. If you're interested, you can visit either of Rebel's locations. There's one on the west side or one in the Heights.
Number 4 now, new details in the rapidly growing Sardinas Canyon fire outside of Taos. Officials now saying this is human caused. No word as to who the person is or how they played a role in sparking the blaze. It's now 2,100 acres in size. The human-caused wildfire is still 0% contained this morning.
At number 3, that 7-day forecast shows our temperatures staying in the low to mid 90s for the next several days. Today, storm chances will favor eastern New Mexico. Tomorrow, a few spotty storms over the mountains, and that actually will continue for our 4th of July forecast as well. Mountain storms, while the majority of us in the lower elevation stay dry and sunny. Thursday into Friday, different story. More moisture coming in from the south leads to better rain chances to finish up the work week.
At number 2 this morning, the Santa Fe Police Department is a month away from renegotiating officers' pay. The union says salary increases are needed if they want to keep officers on board. Now, the president of the Santa Fe Police Association, Tony Trujillo, says the department is losing officers to higher paying agencies. He says the department's already lost 6 officers to APD this year and believes they could lose 27 more before the end of 2018. Now, in order to become fully staffed, the department will need to hire and retain roughly 60 officers. Santa Fe Police will negotiate retention packages and raises with the city this August.
That brings us to number 1 now. Today, an Albuquerque man accused of murdering a woman at random said to be back in court to find out if he will remain behind bars until his trial. In the meantime, the victim's family says that is just not enough. Philip Cedillo was arrested last week in connection with the murder of Anna Marie Charette, a mother of 2. Her family says they're frustrated that APD has not yet issued a search warrant for his home. APD says since the crime happened outside near a park, it would be difficult to get a judge to sign off on a search warrant. Cedillo is charged with first-degree murder. If you want to see more of this story, go to our website, always on KRQE.com. Of course, we'll be in court today. We'll let you know how it develops.